Have you ever wondered how your life would be if you were in control of your thoughts? Well, you are at the right place, because today I would like to show you a technique how you can start gaining control over your thoughts and how to understand what it actually means to terminate the process of the thought. This technique that I would like to introduce you, it's called open eye meditation. And it's slightly different from most of the meditations because it doesn't really happen inside your mind, it happens outside of your mind. And this technique, it's based on a principle that you cannot be at two places in the same time, which means you cannot be inside your mind and outside of your mind at the same time. And as we know, thoughts happen within our mind. So the way to terminate them is to learn how to put our attention into the outside world to terminate the process of the thought, because every thought has the beginning, inception, process. When it happens, it causes certain emotional effect and it ends. And if we terminate the thought in any of these stages, we take power out of it and its energy, so that you can replace it with more effective, with more healthy way of thinking or anything you want. But mostly you terminate or you lessen the feeling that generally comes with the thought. And with continuous interruption, you start gaining control over that thought that you're trying to get rid of, or the feeling that you're feeling that is associated with it. So let's start. And this technique is pretty much foundation, which I teach every client that I have, or most of the clients. Even though I work with my clients in very individual basis, I find that this technique actually shows people what it means to have control over the mind, or gives them certain introduction into it, because a lot of people, they don't know what it actually means to control the mind. Most of the time the mind controls them. It controls their lives, it controls their actions, and they are not even aware that they keep on running the same patterns that are being triggered in certain situations or in certain scenarios where things are told to them by people. So I find this actually a very important technique that helps to build on and helps clients to understand what control means. So let's start. So what you need to do is to imagine that you are an alien or a little child who came to this world for the first time. And you are really excited and interested in this world. That means that you need to observe it. And all that matters is the observation of things and people. It's not about evaluation. It's not about going down the memory lane. It's just about noticing. So let's say that you are in the park and a thought that you want to get rid of comes. So you walk in the park and you see things around you. You see trees, you see grass, you see people. And so you notice everything around you. Let's say there is a tree. So you ask yourself, what type of the tree is it? What color does it have? What texture its bark is? What color of the leaves? Just anything you notice, you just tell yourself. You are very curious about the visual quality of the thing. And the most important thing is you don't judge and you don't try to add any memory to it. So for example, if you do it and you do it with people, you see someone walking towards you in a pink coat, and you suddenly remember, oh, my mom used to wear this coat. Well, you need to snap into it to something else, meaning look at the hair of the woman or look at anything. Because in the moment you start going down the memory lane, the brain is hijacking you again. It's taking you where it wants, it takes you down there, and then it will take you to the thought again that you actually want to get rid of. So it's very important to be just factual, in a way like a robot, like a robot describing things. And that way you start terminating, you start intercepting. And if you learn this technique in an environment where you are okay, like for example, meaning when you are not anxious, when you are not too depressed, where you are not in any kind of anxiety attack, because in these moments, yes, these techniques should be used, that's when they are the most beneficial. But unless you learn how to control your mind in calm, normal situation, it will be very difficult to do it during some form of attack, when you are in the tunnel vision, where you feel stressed, depressed, or anything that is very high emotion. So I would recommend you to try this in everyday life, and it's like riding a bike. You don't throw yourself down the hill immediately. You first learn how to spin the wheels, and you are on a very easy road. So take this technique like that and practice it and see what happens. Just play with it. And it's like this with all these techniques. You need to make them slightly your own, and that's pretty much what therapy is for, that you learn how to adjust these things and how to control your mind in your specific way. But at this moment, just observe and let me know how it goes. You can leave me some comments if you want me to expand on anything, or if you want me to talk about any other subject that's connected with interrupting the thoughts and with the mind. Let me know, and I'll record it. I'm Dita from hackthebrain-therapy.com.